Hey, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new episode. Today we're playing some more Danganronpa. Last episode we went through the investigation of the death of Ibuki and Hyoko. In this episode, it's time for the trial. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in the front of Monokuma Rock. Soon enough.
Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go back to the class trial?
Wait!
Hey, jerk! Hold it right there.
Monomy's
What?
such a dumb
Don't get in my way.
child.
You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells.
Hey!
My brain works just fine.
Hey!
Monokuma, what'd you do with Nekomaru? I see. So you've come to avenge him.
Yes.
Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say. Oops.
Anyway.
So Nekomaru's unfortunately unavailable today. Let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye.
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Hold on, I won't let you escape.
Hey!
Hey, did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru's dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well,
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us would except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about this?
how about it?
Who knows? I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. Alright, into Monokuma Rock we go. Such a strange thing, though. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. That's just when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes kept getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. No. And when everyone is inside Monokuma Rock, down we go. The elevator begins deep descent as usual. But nobody said a word. We stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other. The elevator descended deeper and deeper. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator was opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through the front from the other side, eroding the boundaries of darkness, and I walked into that place. My, it was pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, two people got killed at the same time, and Nekomaru's not here.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No!
Why bother?
That's
What?
well now.
Nothing. Let's begin.
Yahoo!
Let's begin the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. And so, the curtain on the third class trial is about to open. Ibuki, the ultimate musician, she was really loud, but she was the mood maker of a group. Now, when I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hyoko, the ultimate traditional dancer, just the look of her adorable face, you never showed no she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself. She was desperately trying to come to terms with Maharu's death. The person who killed those two is among us. I definitely can't believe it. But whatever I believe is not so irrelevant. Once I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. Like, at least in this one, unlike, fuck, what's his name? The guy from the first game? I can't think of his name at that moment. At least, Hajime is actually pretty fucking, smart. The life-threatening trial below with a hope and despair. has begun. At least like, he's smart, which like kind of helps him with this stuff. And you're not being handheld like
Now then, let's
can't think of
begin
his
with a
fucking name.
simple explanation of the class trial.
Anyway, class trial starts.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
God damn it, Akane.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if
Hajime.
those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
You sound so fucking
I
sarcastic.
tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
Sorry about that. My phone.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I fled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Please don't say it like that.
Various ways?
God damn it, Kazuichi.
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
I still think it
That's
was
when we heard the
Ibuki
body
who killed
discovery announcement.
Hyoko and
Not
tied her up.
once, but twice in a row.
It makes sense with like the lack of blood, because Ibuki didn't like blood.
And so we decided to.
She freaked out every time she shot kind of like Toko.
Didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I
understood it very easily.
Nagata, what is wrong with you today?
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Okay, so you're against me this trial, huh? Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
God, Nagato. It's just as Kazuichi said, not this kind of guy who just confuse us and make it worse. Damn it. Should have explained it to Nagato. Trouble now thanks to that. Alright, well. This is gonna be interesting. Maybe one of these.
Hajime's testimony is
Oh,
clear.
hold the fuck on, hold the fuck on, hold the fuck on. Okay, that's what that is. Okay.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki
Captain.
hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility.
Nope, everyone's
After
turning
all,
me.
Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because
I
he's
was
the
the only
killer.
victim.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie
Wait, but
means it probably is Hajime's fault.
there we go. Yeah, no, fuck you. No,
Hajime's
what the
testimony.
fuck?
Hajime's... And the
Hey,
fact
how
that
could it be
That
me
would
if I never
also-
watched the fucking movie, you asshole?
After all,
Why would Hajime...
well, obviously,
Did Hajime kill both...
the fact that the bodies were imitating the...
Fuck you,
No,
bitch.
that's wrong.
Fuck you.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Fucking Nagato.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important.
Nekumaru, could you punch this
Especially
fucker?
since this
Come
isn't
back
a
and
game.
punch this. I can punch this cunt.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10
I
minutes.
wonder, because I know last trial we talked about the whole tool situation. Would Ibuki be counted as a tool if someone used Ibuki to kill Hiyoko?
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis.
Does Gundam have an alibi?
Chiaki,
Is Gundam with
Nikon,
us?
Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
Oh, okay.
And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Nagito, ultimate douchebag. The killer was inside the music venue. You guys probably think that so, but is that really it? Transparent Club.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer waited till we got and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Alright. So...
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
I feel like somebody
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How
That's
did they lock
true.
the door? That door should not have...
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who waited till we got and suddenly
So they look like...
I
You
have
know
seen
what,
this
this
in
one-
serial crime dramas.
the killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
There we go. Okay, Transparent
No, that's
Club.
wrong.
Hold on a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Wasn't Roberto else interesting how it was.
I see!
Okay.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
You are a fucking mess,
I
Chiaki.
didn't know glue was edible.
It's not.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Poor. It's okay if we leave.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, During the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Be kind of throwing suspicion on yourself.
They couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue. They must have done it earlier than that.
Oh, I guess glue might take a while to dry.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just reveal?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Oh, the black strap.
That
Scrap paper.
paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Let's do the baton lighting in the music video. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. It's the pillar. Wallpaper? Okay, wallpaper. Game. Thank you. Come on. Do. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Did not mean to put that. I meant to hit the other button. Oh, yeah.
I got it!
I got it!
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes. Yes, it is.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was
I drink
caught on the
water.
baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
Good
And
idea.
what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that
I
scrap
guess my
of
theory is
paper,
still kinda
you
true.
could
I still think
figure
Ibuki
this
killed
out
Hiyoko.
easily.
Screw paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Connect all the sudden appearances of Hiyoko's body. Trace it back to earlier. That should be clear. Alright, let's give it a try. Alright, argument. I think. No? Logic dive. Oh, fuck me. Alright. Cause I suck at these. Playing a fucking speedrun. I'm there. Question one. We did here. It's hidden. It was a hidden body. Not with that bullshit. I'm in speedrun, ma. Question two. You clearly use a hide body. Wallpaper. Cool. This one's much easier than the last one. Either that or I'm just not. I was just stupid last game, which also, well, last trial, which also a very fair thing. This is kind of interesting, though. It's a unique thing. I wonder if this is gonna be the third one. I wouldn't mind. How do the killer hide her body? They form. They cover the pillar. Okay, so this one just...
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. I didn't remember logic types of fucking thing.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
Yeah, fair enough.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
I don't know, Monami. Are you a fucking idiot?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Let's see. The reason the killer imitated the two victims of the movie, they should be explained. Wait. Reason that was because they liked it. Hide the web? Nope. That's obviously not it. What would it be? Accomplice escape? No.
Crap!
But okay, so I'm just stupid.
Crap!
Okay then, so it's just to mix up the killer.
I see!
Okay, I'm
The
stupid.
reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean?
Sorry about that. I'm just kind of dumb.
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Can I please hit him?
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko
I mean, the
was
blood on
killed.
her slippers.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
He has a point. When this continues, she's going to talk in circles. It's best to clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Let me guess. Blood on the shoes. Blood on the soles. Yep, like him. Blood on the soles.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
That is correct.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
Yep. Let's it go. I agree.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Yes.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Oh, God. Why are you being such an idiot?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure?
His mocking voice.
If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I wonder if our Gundam's just gonna snap. You know, he loses his old Janubia thing. Alright. It's gonna be this
You're
one.
saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
But you're
Allow me to
wrong.
Cut through those words.
But there was!
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it. And the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Yes.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object. Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let
Thank
us
you,
resume our debate.
Kazuchi.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Suicide.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
He has a point. Give me a quick second, guys. Alright.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
There's an issue with that, though. She was hanging, and I mean, I don't know.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that
Someone else
video
pretending to
you
hang
saw,
themselves to kill her.
Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who
The
was
disease.
able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
But
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then,
You could be lying to us.
Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
That's kind of hard,
Now
though.
then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Alright, Sonya. Turns out Sonya is the weakest. Make your arguments. Weekend's account. Okay. Oh god, we have 3 accounts. Oh, fuck me.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
Can I, like, take a look
So
at...
everyone-
Give me a second. I'm gonna take a look at what these accounts are. So we have Mikan's account, right? Mikan was there. Yep, no, after. So... Okay.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
What's
That's
wrong?
not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Wait.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the...
Right before the I was
Hold
totally
on, hold
sleeping.
the fuck on.
Everyone
So everyone who stayed at the motel. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's
Okay,
not
so I can't
an
take that
alibi.
one.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
Oh,
if
I can
nobody
fucking...
has an alibi,
No,
then
wait, no.
Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can do...
We can exclude the sick
We can
people
ex-
like me and Akane,
We're gonna
right?
do
And
free
what about
egos.
Right before the I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone
So everyone who stayed at What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Allies decision, no, wait. Alright, well then
We
what
can
else do we
exclude the
have?
sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally...
Well, let me take a look at these again then. Sonya's accounts. Ooh. Yeah, so that's doesn't. So Sonya's account doesn't matter. You went with the Mikan. Mikan. Right up until Mikan was with Hajime the whole time afterwards. She went to the hospital to check. I don't.
I think everyone at the motel was doing.
So everyone who stayed at the What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
What the fuck? I don't.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
No, I didn't think so, but well, hey, fuck it, it's worth a try.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement,
Wait,
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing.
So everyone who stayed What about you guys? I was where I was supposed
That's not.
Aside from those
Wait,
if
no one will actually be
nobody,
able to.
Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane,
No, okay.
right?
well, did you?
Crap!
What the fuck?
We can
Alright, give me a
exclude
second, I'm
the
gonna
sick
pause
people
and
like
go
me and
figure this
Akane,
out.
Right?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping.
Everyone.
So everyone who stayed What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted, if nobody has an alibi,
No, that's wrong. Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video.
Okay, that actually makes sense now. Sorry, I'm stupid.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Don't sound like that.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
Yeah.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
A different reason. That's the case. We still the killer's trap? Is that a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? Oh, alright, I guess we hit the halfway point? That's actually what this one means. Why, hello there, Monami. Moss balls sure look tasty today. Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. Whoa, what's that? Oh, then. Monami's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother's gonna give you a chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Some of those jerks will treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 90% your fault. While you're whining, your time's already ran out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal. Come on. If the appeal is successful, there might be a merchandise opportunity heading your way. And I'm Uzami, magical girl Uzami. It's an itty-bitty girl who is sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought the certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
What are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Fuck's sake. Alright.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun... No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Shut up, Monami. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is the reason that, other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yeah.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Yoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
assumptions?
Hiyoko went to the fucking place to try to tie her
It's
sash.
not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the
I know
music
that.
venue?
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My four dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hiyoko went to the music venue is the key to all this. You find that out, no matter the cost. I already know why. Alright, well. We know what we're gonna need then. Maybe not. Oh.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that.
I know it, but I don't have the right clue.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
I don't even say that's
No,
right.
maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or
Oh, her key.
she was guided by the will of causality.
Okay, her key. I guess her key would prove that, wouldn't it?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd...
Maybe the killer...
If that's not, maybe she got a...
No, she went of her own free will.
Yep.
I agree with that. It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got
Mhm.
abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, Akane, let's go.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Well, shut down.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko.
Yeah? Sorry about that, everyone.
Forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Come on. No. Well, he said unreasonable. I need a fun opening.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
No.
I can't back down.
Oh, dual fence. What? Just a little more.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room. She definitely got abducted. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Fuck off.
I can't back down!
Come on!
Hiyoko was locked inside. She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on! Try remembering Hiyoko, her kimono. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer! That's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all!
No, it's not, though. Retreat. No. Damn it.
Damn it! The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Alright, let's try
There's
this
no
again.
reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's
Come on,
kimono.
we can do this.
The killer probably didn't realize she...
Hold on! Try remembering her kimono was all messed up.
No, wait, but that's true! Should we...
Crap!
But Sonya's the...
Hold on! Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I guess it would have... I don't know.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
No.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have
Poor
assumed that
Hajime.
Hyoko would go to the music
He's
venue.
surrounded by idiots.
Though that may not apply to Sonya, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Why is the only sane one here Chiaki and fucking,
Though I knew she would go there.
The only thing here is
there's no
Chiaki,
way I could have
Sonya, and
predicted when she would
Furihiko.
arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonya, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did
Thank you,
Hyoko get
Furihiko.
killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hyoko.
Poor Kyoko.
because the
I was
killer
starting to
used
like
that
her, too.
coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any
No.
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning, I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey, Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum
I
like
realized she was
me.
unnaturally quiet of
So
Kazuchi.
what do you think?
I was
Shut
thinking
up.
about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
She was pushed towards it.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. Boogie had blood on her feet. Footprints all over the place. She kept walking.
Strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
See, it's something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just Nagoro said she had blood on her feet. She would have left footprints. Then why were there any footprints on it? Okay. Nope, okay. Alright. Then why weren't there any footprints on the... no, actually...
I can prove
Okay.
it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
What are you talking about? But obviously leading us to this. That's why he brought up the suicide topic after all this. I don't Kamade. 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 Kamade? I don't know. You're definitely someone I should underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
The room was pitch. It was. Shh. Just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery shown this isn't contains that video. Holy shit! The video was shot in the fucking hospital. It's all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave
The
this
video
to
was
you,
shot in the fucking
I won't
hospital.
tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
There were some hidden clues in that video. I should have seen it somewhere. I watched it. No one can clear that up. One who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it. Any video I saw it. Based on everything we know from the debates thus far, should be able to figure out what's strange about it. No, never mind. I'm wrong. Black hair in the background. It's in the video. I don't know if they're suspicious or not.
Here!
Yeah, okay. There's no blood on it.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
So Ibuki still died first.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were 2 step ladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Video was made in the hospital. Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? She asked said the stepladder was a different place, but that's the case. Nothing different between the video and the crime scene, were? It's the thing that place the killer did something. Oh god. Pink gambit. Alright. Okay. This is gonna be a total of me trying to figure out what words I need to use. Nope. Nope. Alright then. I have no, it's now for me to say I do not know what this word is. Oh. The filming? No. 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 Shit. Filming. Filming what? Filming look. Oh, filming location. Okay. Okay. Do that one. Okay. Nope, I need... That's not right. Fuck! Okay, give me a second. What the fuck? Location? Filming location? Did not mean to do the two, kinda did, because I thought it was a different word.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
The hospital monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show the film the video, these may set somewhere else. What did the killer do to the surveillance camera unit? Logic dive. Oh god, here we go again. Meow, meow. This is literally just speedrun. You know, the old game you always play on the school computers. Because no one else had it, because you didn't have anything better to do in the class. Which part of the surveillance camera does it tamper with? You need both! You need both to work. No, you don't. You only need the camera to work, don't you? I just remembered. Come on. That's just kind of jank. I'm the Silver Surfer, bitch. Getting oddly close to the edges. We're a little too late there. Alright. Let's go to hospital. Nope, they tampered it at the fucking menu. They put it in the hospital. I need to start reading question prompts correctly. I'm gonna start like taking my time. No, I'm not. What am I getting? This is cool and all, but it takes so much fucking time. It's so slow. What if you make it go by faster? Yeah. Increase the signal. They took everything. Alright.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. That's what she said.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
They destroyed it. I think the remaining monitor was destroyed.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music thingy was amazing enough.
To show you if you want some other ways, as long as it was transmitted to the hospital. Range will be limited. That's the case. There's a video film to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue. Only possibility is that place inside that building. God damn it, another Hangman's fucking Gambit. Projector room. Okay, that one was not even fucking fair. What would the word be that if it's... The fuck's the word? What the fuck? Could you give me more letters then, please? What was it? Conference? God, I fucking hate this. Yeah, conference. No, I need to figure out how the fuck you spell conference. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna look at the word conference. Because I can't spell worth a shit. I've never been able to spell with a shit. There. Got the word. Right, I got the word. Yes, I did. E. Fuck off. God damn, I need that seat. Okay, please. Whoever thought of this was a good idea was a fucking idiot, and I want them. God damn it! It's so fucking stupid. Fuck sake.
Got it!
Why did... I sucked at hand exam in the last game because I couldn't spell, and I suck even worse now.
It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
Kind of the music man, they kind of went and did some work. I made clear what work was it. Well, we know what it was. The remediation paper, menu, then curtain.
There's no way that the music venue looked this.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
What? I'm dead. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay. Well, I feel like that actually should have counted. Because, yes, it did, because they used the music venue conference. But, you know,
We will never give up.
Sometimes these are kind of... I feel like sometimes there should be more than one option that's correct. Because technically that is correct. That is 100% fucking correct. Might make sense. But whatever.
There's no way that the music venue.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
They might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no away in the music venue.
Which place was it? Did the conference room look like, or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Fuck you, game.
That must be it.
Game, fuck you. Fuck you to hell and
What
back.
the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain.
I don't
But
fucking
after
remember
the
that.
incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
So then who was the killer?
Matching
'Cause who
floors,
was in the-
matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
Me. Con?
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else the killer didn't make them. Gotta be fat.
I can prove it with this.
Wait, does that mean it's
You're referring to the candle in the music video, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard of... I said cops say that around. Isn't that another way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No.
No, that's not possible.
It wasn't Ibuki.
Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
The video was filmed in camera. Oh, it was maybe, which means... No, wait. But Ibuki's doing this menu, which means fake somewhere. Fake. Oh, okay.
I see!
I wish it said
The person
the
wearing
fake.
the hit bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, The real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. No matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to reach Ibuki. Then when I already was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap with me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right, I should already know. Should have already known. Who the killer is...
You're the only one!
Mikon!
Nikon, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you go get some rest already? Should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep. Then if you just use the on-call room upstairs. Should be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
That's the only possibility.
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it would be much easier if I was wrong. I have that much doubt with someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've
you
been
do,
so
Naruto?
focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it. Right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a
Shut up,
game.
Monokuma.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Just say it already.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from. This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
Yeah, it
If
is.
they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much of a clue. And I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki.
And then, I finished speaking.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very
The
clear.
killer is lying. In other words, containing a decisive clue. Is that really true?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, the scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Alright, that's... Wait, was all this
Ibuki
to be
didn't
agreed
die,
with?
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hang.
The Monokuma file complicates this. It never specified hanging or
Whoever misunderstood is to
The
blame.
fuck is this one supposed to be then?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same.
Though hanging and strangling seems, the scars they leave would look different too.
Yeah.
Scars? You mean the rope?
But we believed it was from a... Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Damn it, didn't mean to do that.
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The
Fuck.
Monokuma file complicates that. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Oh, you. Buki's true cause of death was strangulation. I just to prove that it's the killer. Is it true?
Ibuki didn't die from... She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean the
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene, obviously, we'd assume...
The Monokuma file, it never specified hanging or...
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
I do not have a.
Ibuki didn't die. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the.
Though hanging and strangling, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hang... Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Oh, okay. But then maybe.
Ibuki didn't die. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the.
Though hanging and strangling, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean
But we believed it was... Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
No. I don't fucking know.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same.
Did I try
hanging
AC
and
for
the scars they leave? Scars?
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
No.
Ibuki didn't
Let's just
die.
define
She was
which one I think
strangled
it
to
That's
is.
basically the.
Though
So
hanging
don't
and
think
the scars
these.
they leave. Scars?
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for some... The body at the crime scene was... Obviously, we'd assume...
The Monokuma file complicates. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Crap! Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
What the
She was
fuck?
strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strength, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for some... The body at the crime scene...
Let's try.
obviously, we'd...
The Monokuma
Let's try to get
file, it never
strangled.
specified-
We'll use strangled against hanged. Maybe that'd be
Ibuki
it.
didn't die. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same
Thank
thing.
you.
Though hanging and strength, the scars they leave. Scars?
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's... The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
No. What the fuck?
Crap! Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the.
Though hanging and strength, the scars they leave. Scars?
But we believed it. Why
Well,
would
let's
that
try this
Did we
then.
fall for someone's... The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the.
Though hanging and strangling seems, the scars they leave would look different too. Scars?
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie? The body at the crime scene... Obviously, we'd...
The Monokuma file, it never specified hanging or strangulation.
I'm so fucking confused on this one.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same.
Though hanging and strangling, the scars.
Only give me a second.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from...
I ended up just looking up for the reason of I'm pretty sure I used this one on this one. And it told me no. But I guess I didn't.
Ibuki didn't die, she was strangled.
That's basically the no hanging and strength. The scars they leave. Scars.
But we believed it. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That
I
must
could
be
have swore I used that one on that one. Could have swore those one of the first ones I used.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki caused death with being hanged by the rope, right? Yeah, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikon?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikon, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
So Mikon volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
Alright then.
You got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
And what was that one thing she said a while back?
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. Oh, I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
Poor Akane.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say? Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
Mikon snapping.
Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
You killed 2 motherfucking people.
Acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Hey Mikon, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me!
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait! Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof! Because he was assuming the video was filmed at the conference room, treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital! That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Thank you for me.
I'm not the killer! That video... I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Am I like the ultimate detective or something?
So,
No,
I'm
that's
going
fucking
to
the
leave this
chick from
to
the
you
first
once
game, though.
again.
What am I? The ultimate detective 2.0? Could it be... Is this Chiaki's goal? Am I the ultimate lawyer? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me
What
already!
the fuck's going on upstairs? I need to make up my mind. Miller has to do it. I don't know who's going to finish this. Make your arguments. Bone souls. Jesus Christ, there's so many.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Is this really Mikon?
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her... So please forgive...
Hajime, you're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing, or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon...
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital just from that just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able... So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Killer's mistake? Was the killer's mistake the camera angle?
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag on... Is
Sure,
the
camera
hospital
angle.
gown she was wearing, or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and
I
Mikon...
don't like
Is that
when she like...
really- You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Bitch!
Through that
Fuck you!
contradiction.
Fuck you!
Mikon, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikon knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikon? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Possible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember
You don't have his arm on it.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
I mean, yeah.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time?
You're making up lies, you bitch.
It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
My name is Silk. No, not really. It's time for the panic attack PTA. That's time during a class trial. Please see me moving while taint your ears one last time. So in this PTA, your reload ammo features will be added. Not only be able to make it. Russian bullet spray. Point you need one bullet. One mark. Near our bullets, you won't be destroyed. Yeah. Tap key. Okay. Just like. Okay.
This chip. Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
This rate, we're not getting anywhere. Gotta do something to end this. Gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Alright. Panic talk attack.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already?
Stop asking to be drawn on, you weirdo.
Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand?
Switching personalities fucking creepy, you weird bitch.
I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me!
See, this is where you fucked up by putting some negative time,
You
dumb
still
bitch.
haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Bonus prize? Theater bonus prize.
This is
There you go.
bad.
Theater bonus prize.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's common practice to pay customers for bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally.
Which means our last thing is gonna be the
Why does everybody always
recreation.
hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Closing argument. Alright. Sock one. Alright. Nope. Glue. What was a real lock? Put the room back to normal. Nope. Killer left. Is that this one? No? Oh, I see it now. Don't worry, I'm stupid. Bring the drumstick in half. No, wait. No, the drumstick already broke. Turn the switch on. Spin against it. Oh, well, I saw on the ladder. Okay. This one's really short. Do out to the broadcast. Small Cougar Killer left. Put it back normally after destroying it. Alright.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake.
Yep.
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera
It's
wasn't
just kind
at
of
the crime
sad.
scene.
Lost Pecco now.
In the end, the killer
Nikon.
transformed the crime scene into a closed room.
And this bitch killed
They broke one of the
Ibuki and
drumsticks from the
Hyoko.
storage room
The
and placed
fuck?
it near the music venue's entrance. However, They did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Fucking hell.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Is the traitor Mikan? Oh. Fuck's sake.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
So, was Mikan the traitor? Oh, we're not having a good explanation. Oh, no, no way. I thought this was the guilty scene. This is just really good blood. All rise.
Well now.
Though it might be obvious at this point.
Correct.
You got it right once again. It's like 3 times in a row. That's right. But you already knew, though. Horrifying battle back between the two girls was Mikan Tsukimi. Sumaki?
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. You saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't
Don't joke around with me. Mikan, did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you're nursing them?
Hey!
Just laugh. Say something. This is going anywhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
It's nothing like Pekko. She's actually gone mental.
That's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Tsukimi we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably has the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan, too. No!
I
I know. I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one to take care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting. But even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. Oh, that's my cat. Yeah. Full of despair. Despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on. Did you say Mikan also has a despair disease? Then that means she was...
what?
Hajime, has something crossed your mind? Body's heavy. No, not just heavy. It's soft and really hot. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at the time. And I think about it must have been high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
And because of that disease, Mikan was
Perhaps.
the The symptom that she surely felt from deriving that name, despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's no much why she could still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means the Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now. She's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human just deserved to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair. Yeah, that's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Impossible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong. What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
What are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
I understand that I've done something unforgivable, but you know, to understand all that's truly
It's love.
what love is all about.
Hey,
I don't understand. What are you saying? You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? It's because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well,
Even when I say this, I'm sure nobody would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within the thin veil. And I'm just looking through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's like nothing matters. I just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love.
could it be?
Is this really the despair disease you're talking about?
this is...
Seems like I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair. You were half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease, because thanks to the disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Hey, that's what my symptoms was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease.
But
That means she remembered something and ended up like this.
such
Are
despair.
you saying you were like this from the start? And it's because you came before you came to this island. Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It's all your fault, you know. Because it was like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. It's everyone's fault that I turned out like this. You see, everyone said the current me is the most strongly influenced by my beloved existence, and it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgave me and still accepts me. This is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with
Like I
me.
said, who the fuck are you talking about? Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this, all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. You still doubt me? Then, to prove I remember, I'll tell you something nice. It's about the World Ender organization that all you were worried about.
You serious?
You know? No, I just remember, that's all. I knew about it all along. How horrifying organization World Ender. It's about the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future Foundation. Future. That's right. The symbol on the ancient ruin's door. That's right. It's the Japanese word for future.
Hey,
Just what is this Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, the organization of the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. But simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
Heck, this is a comic book, you know. As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monami? Huh? Knew it. Monami. Is she talking about the two from the first game? I know one of them name is Junko. I don't remember the other one. Was one of them their lover? They both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Well, Nami and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey,
Don't laugh. Hey, Megan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us. Of course I know that. Let's see. The brief foundation is likely the tiny one you all is.
Oh?
Oh well, no one really cares about that. Do you? Don't you think?
of course
Oh
not.
hell no. You'll find out eventually, so there's no need to be so impatient. Probably when the countdown ends. Countdown. You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling this is what it is. But who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anything or anything.
That is...
Anyone or anything. Mikan, is that really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can. You were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending the time up with up until now? The past. Past? The person. She didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend?
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. I just accept my past self, but not my present self. That's...
Well...
That applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory it is, losing memories are.
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories, making us shadows of the past. Don't you think?
Hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads us back to the story. The story about our stolen school lives.
hey, hey!
So, it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
It wasn't true. We wouldn't be suffering this much. Why don't you just take your own sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
Monokuma, it's alright for you to start now.
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it. Why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I prepared a very special
Oh,
punishment.
fuck.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got.
Fuck. What the fuck? It's finished. It's really finished. The killer kid Buki Hiyoko was Mikan, and she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was affected by a despair disease. So what? It's finished. No, he wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that a true form? Was it itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it!
Doesn't matter either way. She ended up like this just from remembering. And all along, Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But...
Even her words were influenced by despair disease. The disease turned herself into that. She lost herself to a simple disease. She was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That's impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friends we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of ourselves. And she vanished from our sight. They might only our malice towards us. And now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude for these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monami it looks right now? Not fine at all. What if it's the traitor died? You won't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation. So you guys look like you two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? You say you're on you're different than Monami?
Phew.
Who cares about that? Who I am. More important, I'm tired. The drama of killing Gion, I didn't even have time to eat my black beans right. My black bean right eye during the break. Your right eye is made out of black beans? Wait, now's the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey.
You know, it isn't said that life has its ups and downs. It's fun because downs come after. But if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event. Special event? Head over to the first island beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Old friend?
Huh?
Could it be Nekomaru? Is it? Isn't it Nekomaru was safe after all? Safe. How should I say this? Knew it. I knew this crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. First time I see the light of hope. The light of hope. I am happy Nekomaru's returned to us, but I...
So just as I thought.
The other friends just died, so I actually cannot be happy. Miss Sonia.
However,
Even so, I'm still happy. If Nekomaru's safe, I'm truly happy. If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have taken from us do the same if they are still alive. Hey, Supreme Overlord, who gives a shit? That line doesn't suit you at all.
Silence.
I shall crush you to dust. Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. Don't worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
right?
But let's all greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand even for those who have died. Huh? What the heck? Do I still have that after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all. Akane. Alrighty then, let's go. Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator. Yeah, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say. You're so impatient. Don't they learn to stick around until us have finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey!
You weren't plotting something again, aren't you?
No way.
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finished talking. So something happened because of that. I bear no responsibility. What does that mean? What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him. That's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it's just couldn't be helped. What'd you do? As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry, to the beach on Island 1.
All right.
Let's haul ass. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept running towards the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey,
Nekomaru, show yourself.
Listen!
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But,
Hey,
the hell, man, he's nowhere to be found.
damn it!
Could be we got false info from Monokuma again. That's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo through the beach. What happened? Were y'all looking for? Oh,
Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
that voice! High hopes in our hearts, we turned towards the direction of the voice. Then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo, I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know?
That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing! The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Oh, then. How many days left? 9. Okay. So was that one more chapter or so? 1 or 2 chapters left?